3, 2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here and welcome to Golden Road City, where today the normal type balance are trying desperately to get back into the Masters 8, whereas the Pony Canyon Fissure are looking to claim top place on the leaderboard as Hippowdon and Swampert start out for the ground types. It'll be Licky with that Cloud 9 ability and Blissey starting out for the balance. That Cloud 9 is fantastic because that Sandstream is immediately kicked up, but Licky prevents the effects of it as a Hyper Voice from Swampert hits both normal types. Blissey with the Focus Energy here. Blissey will be getting pumped to see if he can get a critical hit, but Licky now with the Hurricane onto Hippowdon. Hippowdon has had a great season, and that is a great hit as Hippowdon responds with the Drill Run onto Licky. Even more impressive, Swampert following it up here with the Water Spout, and Licky is eliminated from the matchup. That Cloud 9 preventing the effects of the weather is gone now as the Inferno is avoided by Hippowdon, who responds with the Glaciate, hitting Blissey as it's the only target on the side of the normal types. And Blissey's also going to have its speed stat lowered here as it also takes damage from the Sandstorm. And now comes out Beware for the Golden Road balance with that Unnerve ability, making Pony Canyon Fissure too nervous to eat their berries. Swampert though going for the tearful look. Looks like they're focusing in on Blissey here with that high health. It is going to lower Blissey's attack and special attack. Beware with the Aqua Ring. So Beware takes any damage, it will be restoring health in between turns, but Hippowdon going for the Crush Claw. Looks like Blissey's the target and Blissey holds on. Does have its defense lowered. It is an easy target now. Blissey with the Absorb is going to take some health from Hippowdon. Restore a little bit of its own, but again, it is still such an easy target as both Beware and Blissey are going to be hit by the Sandstorm here. That Absorb might have actually saved Blissey in this matchup too, as Beware with that Aqua Ring immediately restores its health and goes for the Night Daze onto Swampert. Swampert taking its first damage of this matchup, responding with the Earth Power, and this will finish Blissey off. There's a great start for the Pony Canyon Fissure. Not the game that the Golden Road balance wanted at the start, as a Razor Shell now from Hippowdon onto Beware. Good hit being followed up by that Sandstorm damage as the Aqua Ring, that Veil of Water, is activated yet again, restoring a little bit of health as Porygon Z now comes out for the Golden Road balance and immediately goes for the Smog, looking to follow up what was an amazing match last round by the Golden Road balance, and it is going to leave Hippowdon with that Poisoning. Beware follows it up with the Ancient Power. Looks like they're going for Hippowdon now. Not very effective, unfortunately. Swampert going for the Fury attack, going for this multi-hit move onto Beware. It gets 2, it gets 3. It wants all 5, but it only gets 3. Hippowdon now with the Haze. This is exactly the start the Pony Canyon Fissure want, and they are starting so strong. As that Sandstorm does subside, Beware is now just able to restore some health without having to worry about the damage, as Hippowdon is feeling the effects of the poisoning here. The Golden Road balance desperately want this victory. It surely would move them up into the Masters 8, as Swampert takes that hit there from Porygon Z and now goes for a nasty plot of its own, so it is going to boost its special attack a great deal here. Beware going for the charge. As I said, the Golden Road balance sitting 10th place there, 2 places out. Pony Canyon Fissure sitting in 4th, so they're still in the Elite 4, but it's always good to be in that top place. That Aqua Ring yet again being activated for Beware. Hippowdon only has a number of turns left with this poisoning, doing that chip damage, but Porygon Z with the arm thrust now onto Swampert, not looking to eliminate Hippowdon, is doing that multi-hit move, gets 2 hits in. Swampert is going to respond with the Dual Chop now onto Beware, gets that first one, gets the second one, great hits there. Beware with the fake out will fail, and Hippowdon now capitalizing, going for the Heat Crash onto Beware. Great hit, Beware's able to hold on, and again, that Veil of Water is a crucial element for Beware, but Hippowdon is able to hold on. It's surely got one more turn left in it, as Porygon Z doesn't go for the easy elimination. Instead, it goes for the Curse. This is going to lower Porygon Z's speed stat. It is the quickest Pokemon on the field at the moment. It is going to boost its attack, however, and its defense. And Beware with the Mist, so nobody goes for the elimination of Hippowdon. It will be able to get another move out, but before that, Swampert throws out the substitute, cutting into its own health to do so. And Hippowdon with the Thunder Wave. This is going to leave Beware paralyzed. It is going to slow it down on the field, and it will need to try and shake off that paralysis. Again, that Veil of Water is activated, but this is the part where we have to say goodbye to Hippowdon, because Hippowdon is eliminated due to that poison status condition. This is great for the Goldenrod balance, but it is Garchomp who comes out for the Pony Canyon Fissure. Immediately goes for the Iron Tail onto Porygon Z, but Porygon Z avoids that and Swampert with the speed swap onto Porygon Z. I think Swampert was actually now quicker than Porygon Z, who goes for the Absorb. This would have been super effective on Swampert, but goes for the Substitute, and it gets the critical hit on the Substitute as well, causing it to fade already from the matchup. And Beware with a Stun Spore is going to add that paralysis to Swampert, making it feel the same effects that Beware has to contend with as well. And now Garchomp going for the Ice Beam. It surely doesn't want one of them coming in its own direction, but it goes for Porygon Z, gets the hit, and Swampert follows it up with the cut now onto Porygon Z. That is a very good 1-2 hit, and the Spit Up does fail from Porygon Z, as Beware with the Leer looking to lower the defenses here of both Garchomp and Swampert. It is successful, trying to make them easier physical targets for the normal types, but we're still feeling those wonderful effects of the Veil of Water as the Heal Bell from Garchomp is going to cure Swampert of its paralysis. Fantastic team play there as Swampert with the scratch now onto Porygon Z. That is a really good hit, as well as Porygon Z with the smack down onto Swampert. Not very effective, but Swampert took a bit of damage there. Now Beware with the Hydro Cannon onto the Pseudo Legendary. And again, that Veil of Water still taking effects. Now due to its Dragon type, and it prevented any super effective damage. But speaking of super effective damage, Garchomp with the close combat gets the critical hit onto Beware. This will lower the defense and special defense of Garchomp, but still gets that crucial elimination. There are now only 3 members of the Goldenrod balance left, but an Arm Thrust from Swampert looks to add to that, sorry. Gets 2 hits though onto Porygon Z with that super effective move, and now Porygon Z with the Accelerock onto Garchomp. Not very effective there, as the team's no longer protected by the mist, and it's Stoutland coming out for the Goldenrod balance, and Garchomp with the Bolt Strike now going for the big fluffy pupper and does huge damage there as well. And Swampert follows it up with the Noble Roar onto Porygon Z. This is going to lower Porygon Z's attack stat there, as well as its special attack. Stoutland with the Cotton Guard now. This is not what the Goldenrod balance need. It seems like they're losing their momentum, and the Pony Canyon Fissure have only had 1 Pokemon eliminated, as a dual Wing Beat though from Porygon Z changes that because it takes out Garchomp. That is a fantastic elimination by the normal type. Garchomp being taken out, and in its place now comes Mudsdale here as a Crush Grip from Swampert onto Porygon Z, doing very minimal damage. Stoutland responding for its side with the Core Enforcer will hit both Pokemon here. It will take Swampert out of this matchup. The Goldenrod balance have immediately gotten themselves back into this fantastic plays there, but it will boost that defense of Mudsdale due to its stamina ability, as Mudsdale with the Cross Poison will put the Pony Canyon Fissure right back in front with that critical hit. It takes out Porygon Z. There's now only 2 Pokemon left to balance. We have 3 left for the Fissure, as Rhydon comes out for the ground types, and Snorlax comes out for the balance, but Memento from Stoutland, it's going to take itself out. What is it thinking? This does lower the attack and special attack of Rhydon, but Stoutland needed to be there to support Snorlax. Snorlax has 3 ground types to deal with, as Rhydon with the Grass Knot now onto Snorlax. Snorlax tanks that really well, but Mudsdale with the Strength Sap is going to lower the attack stat of Snorlax and restore its health back to full strength. Does Mudsdale here. Snorlax has a huge task ahead of it, and it goes for the Drill Peck here onto Rhydon, who's able to tank that not very effective hit. Rhydon is going to begin to absorb that because it is setting up for a Solar Blade here. Mudsdale with the double hit though onto Snorlax, gets a good first hit, gets a good second hit as well. Those are 2 great connections. Snorlax with the quick attack, the fastest Snorlax you'll ever see. Not very effective, unfortunately, as Rhydon responds with the Solar Blade onto Snorlax. And that is some good damage there. Aqua Jet followed up with Mudsdale doing more damage to Snorlax. They are chipping away at this giant Pokemon. As Snorlax with the Poison Tail onto Rhydon, and it barely leaves a mark on the ground. Rock-type Rhydon responds with the Thunder Shock here. Very little damage to Snorlax, but a Magic Coat now from Mudsdale. As we get a time warning, Snorlax absolutely wants that overtime here. As it goes for the dual wing beat, Rhydon avoids that attack and goes for the absorb. But as I said, Snorlax wants to change this into a singles match and take all 3 ground types on one by one. Mudsdale, though, is going to try to prevent that, going for the disable. Snorlax is not going to be able to go for an attack this turn. It will struggle in the next turn. And Rhydon going for the Imprison. They are ensuring that Snorlax will take itself out as Mudsdale with the Forest Curse adds the Grass type into Snorlax here. But Snorlax having no moves left, it is going to go for the struggle on a Mudsdale. It will activate that stamina ability yet again, but that is unnecessary because Snorlax with that recoil damage is eliminated, and the Pony Canyon Fissure get a huge victory here because this should move them on top of the leaderboard, which is fantastic for their season, and they're going to want to look to repeat this effort next round when they take on the 3rd place Hearthome Horns. It'll be 1st versus 3rd next round. I cannot wait for that one. Whereas the Goldenrod Balance have to contend with the new Morval Devils next round. That should be a great match, both these sides trying to make sure they are in the Masters 8 as we head into the finals. But our very next game will be the Jubilife Fen taking on the Humlau Cascade. Both these sides trying to keep their season alive. Jubilife Fen could move themselves up into the Masters 8. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.